Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. I thought I'd make this part 2 before I go to sleep, so hope people out there enjoy it, and as ever, please let me know your thoughts or post any information or links that you can post about black people, especially from Africa, in areas like technology or banking or business, or any links or information that you think might be useful or helpful, or things like that in the comment section below, as ever. And so here goes. As I say, this is continuing on from part 1, so please check it out if you haven't already done so, and look out for part 3 when it comes out, all being well, possibly next week. So as I say, here goes. These videos are about connecting people from across the African diaspora, or the black diaspora, especially in Africa, and African Americans, or African American communities rather, and hopefully helping them to empower each other and support each other and connect together and share ideas and link together, again, networking together with ideas and that sort of thing online. So yeah, if you have any information or ideas or advice or anything like that, please do not hesitate to comment in the comment section. And so here goes. So number 11, I would love to find out about any black inventors, especially from Africa, and also I'm hoping to cover videos about African Americans as well, because it's Black History Month in America. And so basically the two groups I hope to support in February, and all my videos will be hopefully pretty much generally, or at least most of my videos, nearly all of them, will be about either Africans or Aztec or African Americans, and how to support or empower them, including supporting their YouTubers and TikTokers, social media influencers, and others as well, and basically supporting their projects generally. So yeah, I'd love to find out about black inventors, especially from Africa, and like people like Thomas Mensah from Ghana, who's a prolific inventor, and others like that, and how we can inspire and encourage others, and as I mentioned in part 1, like how they can teach and train each other in what they know, and how banks and others could support and invest in African entrepreneurs, investors, inventors, and people like that, and their project generally, including supporting young people, as I mentioned also in part 1. Number 12, again, how I'd love to find out how, or find ways or discuss ways of how people from the black diaspora could help people across Africa, and again African American communities, in terms of like inspiring and motivating, encouraging them and mentoring them, and being and finding, like, sharing ideas about positive stories and things like that can hopefully inspire each other, and like mentors and role models, teachers and trainers and volunteers and things like that, supporting each other. Number 13, I'd love to look into problems facing the black diaspora and African communities and African American communities and people across Africa, so we can look into what those sorts of problems are. Obviously at the moment it's things like COVID and things like that. Number 14, I'd love to look into ways, like solutions and problem solving, and how Africans can work together to solve problems, like in areas like science, business, STEM, technology, especially, and like how banks and organizations and governments and NGOs can support them, people across Africa, as much as possible. Number 15, I would love to hear from Africans about their aspiration and support, especially again young people from across Africa with their aspirations, and help them to express their ideas and aspirations and goals and dreams in life, so that we can look into the best ways to help them. On that note, number 16, I would love to look into the best ways to help people across Africa, and how we can encourage governments, politicians, even rival politicians, to work together, and make like elections more peaceful, and generally make peace and development across Africa, which I think peace and unity will go a long way towards helping Africa. Hopefully, I believe if they did have unity and peace, that it would help. Or if you're from Africa and watching this video, I believe that peace would help the African continent to develop a lot more, including financially, and make for a better way of life, and also a standard of life and living in across the continent as well. Again, if they work together to solve problems and things like that. So I think it'd be great to see NGOs and others working together, like having committees and think tanks that support people across Africa and their projects generally, and how they can work together again, like the one tribe of Africa where they can work together as one to support each other. Number 17, I'd love to hear, as ever, what ideas other people have, and again, links, information, whether that about African YouTubers or politicians or entrepreneurs or things like how banks or NGOs could support, and maybe even like share ideas like, for instance, how if you work for an organization and you're interested in supporting Africa, how you can encourage that organization to support people across Africa, and how the Black diaspora especially, and people of color generally, and other potential allies, like people who are against like supporting African countries or Africa generally, is my quirky sort of way of challenging white supremacy or extremism generally. And I think by supporting Africa, you can cut a lot of extremism as well. Like, for instance, if there's hope and opportunity, there's less likely to be crime or even terrorism or things like that. So I think it would make the world a more peaceful place. But again, as ever, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, whoever watches these videos. Hopefully I'll get a few views. And I'd love to hear what people's thoughts are, whether they agree with my ideas or not. Whether you agree with my ideas or not, it would be interesting to know, or what your thoughts are, what your 2 cents are, and that sort of thing. Number 18, again, I'd love to hear positive affirmations and positive news stories about Africa, and what positive things Africans can say about their own countries and each other's countries. Like, for instance, what Nigerians can say is positive about Kenya and vice versa, so that hopefully we can spread those positive vibes, which I hope will go a long way to helping the continent in the future. Number 19, I think it'd be great to hear about technologists from Africa, and again, how they can work together to support each other and encourage Africa to become the leader in technology by empowering people and that sort of thing. And number 20, again, I think it'd be great if people could pass on their knowledge, like people who are good at areas like technology can teach other people across Africa, and they can work together on areas like programming, coding, making their own computer languages that can work across Africa, which will hopefully empower the continent. So again, as ever, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and if these videos inspire you, including this one, like, for instance, making you think about different ideas. Maybe you're from watching these videos, you might think, well, I would like to get my organization that I work with or work for to, or even if you run a small business or whatever, to or an NGO, it might give you ideas or inspiration about what sort of things you could help. And I think when NGOs or charities generally support Africa, I think it'd be great if the aid or the general support that they have goes towards helping young people, especially in areas like tech, which is, I think, will be a key area for Africa to grow in the future. So, but yeah, so I think young people learning about areas like politics, business, and tech and things like that will help in the future. So again, I'd love to hear what you think, and I'm going to stop waffling, and I'm out. Peace out.